I've never looked at an eyeshadow palette and been less inspired more. It has been a hot minute since I've talked about new makeup releases on this channel. To be honest, I only film these when there are some like new releases that catch my eye or I'm interested in. Otherwise, it's just me sitting here bagging on like makeup product after makeup product, or it's just uninspiring. Like, I don't know about you guys, but it's been a hot minute since there's been a lot of releases that I actually genuinely wanted to purchase until recently. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. Now, I always give a disclaimer. I tend to kind of like forget that I'm filming when I do these, and I get a little bit honest in them. So if you're not someone that can just have an opposing opinion and just respect the fact that I have my opinion, then I'm not gonna be for you, and that's totally fine. Maybe skip this video or the channel, that's fine. But if you're someone that just wants to hear an honest makeup opinion, and you're like, I don't care if you like if I have the same opinion as you or not, but I'm just here to watch it, then we're gonna get along just great. So before we get started, let's go ahead and do the YouTubey things. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's just go ahead and get started. So like normal, I'm gonna sit over to the side here. We're gonna put the pictures of the products up here, and we're just gonna get stuck on in it. Now, first of all, we're gonna talk about the Pat McGrath holiday launch. Yes! You know I love me some Pat McGrath. I'm openly honest about the fact that I am slightly biased with Pat McGrath. It is my favorite brand. I love her products so much. However, I am going to tell you if I don't like one of her products. I've already done that in the past. You can watch all my videos on it. So I will be picking this palette up. It launches tonight at 11 o'clock my time, so my old ass will be staying on up to pick it up. I did find it interesting, so let me take 2 steps back. Now, in this holiday collection, she's got the Mega Mothership palette, 2 eyeshadow quads, 2 blush and highlighter or blush and glow trios, and then 1 single highlighter. Now, I found this really interesting that tonight the only things that are launching are the eyeshadows and not the face products. And I don't know quite why would you show the whole collection but then not release them at the same time. That makes me a little bit confused, but it does kind of say that this is like the first drop of her holiday collection, so potentially there is going to be even more products after these ones, and I'm here for that. I'm interested to see it all. But anyway, so I do find it interesting that tonight you can pick up the eyeshadows but not the rest of them, but why show them? But anyway, I will be picking up the eyeshadow palette personally because it looks beautiful. I did not pick up last year's holiday palette. I don't know why. It just, honest to God, did not draw me in. I kind of looked at it and I was like, eh. And at that point, I was still collecting my Mothership palettes, and I was like, I'd rather put that money towards a Mothership palette than this palette. This one though, is this one not got some shades in there that we were like, they should have been in Utopian Dream, just saying. You know what I'm saying? The green and the blue look amazing. There's a couple of pinks and purples in here too. Like, the swatches of this palette look so beautiful. I am so excited to get this. It takes like 3 or 4 weeks for Pat to get to Australia, so I will get my review up as quickly as possible. I just gotta wait for it to come. I love the blush and highlighter trios. If you are like thinking about trying these formulas, this is a great way to do it. Or if you're like, you know, you've got a makeup lover and they probably wouldn't spend their money on Pat McGrath, or they love Pat McGrath but you know they don't have these products, the blush and highlighter trios are where it's at. I love both of these formulas. They're impeccable. I have these colors, so I'm not going to be picking them up, but highly recommend. I'm thinking about the single highlighter. The embossing on it looks like perfection and the packaging looks perfection, so I think I'll probably eventually pick that up as well. But yeah, I'm all here for this launch. I'm excited about it. I'm more excited about this launch than I was about Utopian Dream, actually. I'm not gonna lie. Controversial. A launch that I am not excited for is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Holiday Palette, which is the new Primrose palette. So it's 12 shades, a rose-inspired color story with larger pan sizes plus 2 blushes, Grapefruit and Saddle. I got really confused when I first saw this. I thought that Grapefruit and Saddle, I don't know if it's just me, but Grapefruit looks more like a white, like setting powder. And I swear, is Saddle not one of their bronzer shades? I could have swore that Saddle was one of their bronzer shades, but maybe I'm completely wrong. When I first saw this, I thought that this was like a face palette with the eyeshadows, and I was like, abso-freaking-lutely not. Why are we still doing like face palettes catered to one freaking skin tone in 2021? Like, have you not learned? I feel a little bit better knowing that they're blushes, but still, I just don't think we needed the blushes in here. Maybe I'm wrong. I just don't want face, like these like one shade fits all face palettes anymore. I would have rather to have like 4 extra eyeshadow shades, and then maybe this, actually I think if there was 4 extra eyeshadow shades with this color scheme, they would have knocked it out of the park personally, because this is a beautiful eyeshadow palette, but those 2 blushes in there it just turns me off, the aesthetic of it. I don't know, am I wrong? Like, I feel like a lot of people will probably pick this up and love it, but no, I feel like you would pick it up and you would probably use it a lot because the shades are really everyday beautiful. But yeah, I just wish those blushes weren't in it, but maybe that's just me. Let's talk about the Gucci palette. Has everyone seen this freaking Gucci palette? I want to like this because, you know, I'm a bougie bish and I would like a Gucci eyeshadow palette. To be honest with you, it's probably the only Gucci thing I'll ever own. I like the outer packaging. She's cute, she's fine. Who at Gucci thought that this was a good idea? Firstly, like, it's got to lift up, right? What's underneath that little like eyeshadow palette? Because see how it's got like the little circle where you can like it's a Polly Pocket and you can like lift it up. I'm going to assume maybe brushes or something are under there. Does it say in the description? Hold please. No, it doesn't. It says, nature inspired, includes 3 different textures, 3 metallic with chrome finish, 2 satin shades, 7 matte shades. The palette has a gold trim and mirror, features a vintage inspired floral pattern. All shades and their names are inspired by flowers. Okay, I get it. This is the best that you could do. Like, this is the most that nature inspires you, Gucci. Like, your flower print on your outer packaging is more exciting than these shades. Like, do you see the greens? What an ugly, look, I could be wrong. Maybe you feel differently. No hate, no shade. What an ugly, boring, pathetic color story. I've never looked at an eyeshadow palette and been less inspired more. Anyone else? Like, and this is $149 US. So we're looking at $250 Australian. We're getting up, I mean, at least you get more shades than friggin' Hourglass for $250 Australian, but still, this is ugly. I'm sorry if you like it, but I feel like if you pulled the shades out completely individually and didn't put them next to each other, they'd probably be like individually beautiful shades. But this as a color story, like nature, you got nature from this? Really? Like, was your nature barren? And you just like, it was like a barren landscape and then you looked up and saw the sky. Because I could see the first 4 quad where it's like black, purple, the silver and the blue, that's like the sky. And then what, you were just looking at dirt for the rest of the day? Like, I know it's harsh, but I just don't like it, especially for $149. I know Michelle Wong will probably review this, and I'm so freaking excited for her too, because I want to know her thoughts on the quality of this palette. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? Let's talk about NARS. So, NARS holiday releases. These look kind of funky. I'm not like, I'm half like dipping my toes in the water for these. So, they've got like a face palette, kind of like your typical holiday NARS releases really. You've got that like highlighter blush palette. You've got the 6-pan eyeshadow palettes, the blush kind of pans and the face ones and the lip products, and then an eyeshadow palette. Look, NARS kills it with the packaging. I think their eyeshadows and face palettes, I mean, again, another brand where they're releasing a face palette that's not catered towards every skin tone. I wish brands would stop doing face palettes that are just catered towards my skin tone. I will get behind face palettes when a brand will release like an adequate shade range in them. It's really not a one size fits all in that kind of category, so I don't understand why we do it. But anyway, moving on to the eyeshadows, they look pretty. I think that NARS, like these kind of like holiday gifts, they're probably not designed towards like a makeup collector maybe. I mean, I guess a makeup collector would want them, but maybe like someone that has a lot of makeup, I think they're like, these are really good holiday collections for someone. You want to get someone like a bit more of a luxury priced kind of makeup gift because you know they're a beauty lover, but like they're really wearable on the everyday. I can totally see how people would like really love these kind of 6-pan shadows. The bigger eyeshadow palette, it's not personally my vibe. I do like the green shadows, but I think it's probably just a bit too deep dark for like me personally, because in Australia we're going into summer. So even though like in here I pretend it's fall and do kind of fallish makeup, even for me like this is just, I wouldn't actually wear this a whole lot. So it wouldn't make a lot of sense for me to pick that up. I wouldn't get a lot of use out of it. Lipsticks look cute. I haven't tried their lip balms. I really want to try their lip balms. I think I'm going to pick up a holiday gift set of their lip balms this year. And that's kind of it. Like, it's not the worst holiday collection, but it's not the best. Let's talk about one that is kind of bad, and that is MAC Cosmetics. So these are their collection and gift sets. I know that these kind of gift sets were, again, are aimed towards people where you're like, I know these people like makeup, like I know MAC's a good brand, let me grab these, and I don't really know what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna gift these. I think that these look a little bit cheap. I'm sorry if you like them. We're all entitled to our own opinions. I just do. I could see how this like candy swirls and stuff though could be amazing, but I feel like they've managed to make it look cheap. You know, that could just be me. I absolutely hate the eyeshadow palettes, but especially the one that's like the flower with like the rainbowy one. What is that? That looks like Claire's makeup or something, or like those Sephora brand gift sets. What is that? What is that? The other ones I don't love, but I can get them. I get it. The gift sets are fine, like the lip product gift sets and the mini Fix Plus in pigments and all that. I can't, you know, I get it. I think it's great if you want to like get a little sample of those or whatever, or for traveling, you know, I get them. The highlighter palettes, same thing. At least they've done a lighter and a darker, so at least they've done that. And they look pretty. Their embossing is always pretty. The lipstick sets are always pretty. I don't get the single shadows. Do people still buy a lot of single shadows from MAC? I can see people buying single shadows from like, why have I just gone blank? Davina and Terra Moon and all that kind of stuff. But like from MAC, do we get them? And then what are the other two things? Are they like blushes? It's gotta be like a blush and a bronzer or something, right? I don't know. It's just not for me. I'm not going to buy any of that, but you know. Let's also talk about Fenty Beauty. I know that this has been out for a hot minute, but I'm going to give you my 2 cents. So Fenty Beauty, it looks like this is their holiday release, and it is limited edition, and they've released this eyeshadow palette, and it is like after their 3 most popular gloss bomb shades, which is Fenty Glow, Fussy, and I think it's Hot Chocolate, the third one is called, right? Yeah, Hot Chocolate. So I kind of, when they explained that, when I read that, I was like, okay, this palette makes a lot more sense to me, but I find this palette is just really boring. Like, and I'm quite a basic bitch, but even I find this just really unappealing, and I don't know, is that just me? And I love Fenty. Like, I really like to try and purchase most of Fenty's releases. I really do like them as a brand, but to me this just seems like it wouldn't be that great quality, and I have seen like Morgan Turner review this and it seemed a bit lackluster. So yeah, I don't know, I'd be interested to see what you guys think of this eyeshadow palette, but for me it was just a miss. I think if you love the How Many Carats, like, what do they call it? The Diamond Veil, I think it is. Like, if you like that Diamond Bomb, Diamond Veil formula, you should pick this up, because this is awesome. Like, the 3 colors are beautiful. They'll suit a lot of skin tones, but the formula of that, like, I know mine's called like the clear one and it's called How Many Carats. I think it's the Diamond Bomb. And it's awesome. I love it. I especially love having it in my collection for times when I just want to like vamp up my eyeshadow, and I just pick some up on my finger and tap it over my lids, and it just like adds this little extra bit of like glittery gloss, and I love it. So I could see, I'm not going to pick that up because I still have my How Many Carats on. Like, I'm never going to go through it. But if you love that formula, like, that's good. And the Fenty liquid eyeliners are awesome. I picked up Fenty Glow in Heat. Where is it? Right here. I picked up Fenty Glow in Heat. She's spicy. It's not a normal like lip stinger. You know how like normal lip stingers, like the buxom ones, it's not like that. It's like cayenne type pepper. It's like fiery. I don't mind it. It took me a minute to get used to it though. Like when you first kind of feel it, if you haven't felt the formula before, it might take you aback a little bit, but then once you get used to it, you kind of enjoy it. Well, I found out I did anyway. But yeah, so I picked up that. I probably won't pick up the other shades. I have so many glosses, but yeah. I didn't more into that. This is exciting, and normally I don't get behind influencer or like strictly cosmetic company makeup brands. This is an influencer brand though, and then when they go into skincare, so this is Niki Tutorials' new brand. It's her own brand. She's funded it herself. It is called, I think it's Nemia. I'm sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. I don't know why, I'm quite intrigued to try this, and I think this gets released tonight as well, and I might actually pick some of this up. So she's got the Cooling Eye Stick, which is instant depuffing, and it nurtures and hydrates, and it's got caffeine, green tea extract, squalane, something I can't pronounce, like xylitol, and silk amino acids. Sounds good to me. She's got a moisturizer slash primer hybrid. Also sounds good to me. It has glycerin, honey, lactic acid. It does have a scent in it though. Okay, I might have to skip that because I am very sensitive to fragrance. Then she's got the License to Glow serum. So it's a glow packed serum with pineapple fruit extract, grapefruit extract, marula oil, grapeseed oil, and squalane. That looks lovely. She's got a setting spray, which is mattifying, which I will probably pick up. Even though that's got a scent in it, I find that I've put so much makeup on by that point with my setting spray, it's fine. And then a fan, which I probably won't pick up because I don't need a fan. But this looks lovely. I really like the packaging. I love that she's incorporated orange because orange is the Dutch color for the Dutch. So I really love that she's done that, and the blue contrast, it's beautiful. I don't know, I love Niki Tutorials. I love what she stands for, and to be honest, these products just genuinely intrigue me. So I think I might pick them up. I might do it. I'm gonna go have a look actually afterwards and see if it's released. Shansakai is releasing their holiday release. I'm not sure if they're gonna do more. They probably will, but this is what they've got so far. First of all, packaging for these, A++, like this is gorgeous and something that I personally haven't seen before. So I think the packaging on this is like A+. The products themselves some of them look intriguing, some of them are like, yeah, okay, I get it. It's like, let me explain. So the first one, which has got the bird on it, is a highlighter balm, and that's $110 US. I think it would be about 150 to 180 Australian. There's just no way I could justify it. I know this is a luxury brand, and look, you're looking at a girl who will spend some money on makeup, but I just couldn't justify it for like a small little compact like this. I want to, in my dreams I am, but physically I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. Like an eyeshadow palette is different because I can create so many different looks and you know, that kind of a thing, but like just a highlighter balm that I'm not sure I would even like. And also the embossing's so pretty, I wouldn't want to touch it. It would be quite stressful. First world problems. Then they've got a eye sheen, which is like one of their eyeshadows, which I know are absolutely beautiful. I don't really do single eyeshadows. I'm not one of those like one and done eyeshadow kind of people. I like to put as much on as I possibly can, to be honest with you. But I think if you are a one and done eyeshadow lover, then these like kind of shadows are absolutely stunning, and they could be something that's really worthwhile for you. And then the blush, which I'm kind of intrigued in the blush, and the blush is 75 USD, which will probably be about 100 Australian. It's still a lot for a blush. Like the Hermes ones are about 100, and I still haven't and the Tom Ford ones, and I still haven't like bought them because it's just so much money. So, but that packaging, we'll see. I don't think I'll get it though, but I can appreciate it. So Haus Labs, did we all forget about Haus Labs? I've never purchased anything from Haus Labs. Have you? Have you purchased something from Haus Labs, and what is the quality like? Anyway, they have dropped a new eyeshadow palette, and to be honest, I think it's pretty. I think it's really, really a pretty palette. Is it basic? Yes. Is it everything we've seen before? Yes. But is it pretty and wearable for the everyday person? Yes, it really is. So it's got 18 shades, and it's inspired by Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga's Love for Sale album. It's $48 US. It's got mattes, multi-dimensional metallics, lustrous shimmers, and a universal champagne sheer sparkle topper. $1 from every palette will be donated to Tony Bennett's Exploring the Arts Foundation, launches next, like September 28 in the US on their website. Look, I probably won't pick it up. I'm not interested enough personally in the brand or this particular like color scheme of this palette to warrant the money, but I think it's pretty. I think if you're a Gaga fan, then like, and you've been wanting to pick something up but nothing's like tickled your pickle, I think this is nice, you know? So yeah. I think the palette itself is really, really beautiful. It's just not interesting enough for me to bring into my collection, but I do think it's really pretty. So Glowish has 2 new products coming out and I am so excited to try both of them. One of them is these blushes. So these are the Glowish blushes. Glowish is like Huda Beauty's, one of her like brands. I don't know if it's like a like an offshoot, if you will. These blushes look amazing. I still really want to get the bronzer. I just have so many bronzers. So I think I'm going to wait for the next 20% off sale from Sephora. And then I'm going to pick up the bronzer. Or if these come out first, I'll probably pick the bronzer up with these actually. But I'm going to pick up both of these blushes. They look stunning. Like Huda has nailed it this year, honestly. The products that she's been releasing, I am loving. And I think that these are stunning and I really, really want to try them. And then the other product is the Luminous Pressed Powder. And there's not a lot of information on these like kind of products, but it's a luminous pressed powder. I guess it's probably going to be like a setting powder, but luminous. Wow, that was a very descriptive description. You know what I mean though? And it looks beautiful and I think it could be something worthwhile trying. So I am going to pick that up when it gets released as well. I'm really interested in that Glowish line and trying it. It just looks beautiful. All right, and that was the end of new makeup releases and talking about new makeup releases. All I want to know is what your thoughts are. What are you planning on picking up this holidays already? I can't believe it's like almost holiday seasons. It feels like it gets a little bit earlier every year. No? Anyone else? But I am excited for the holidays. I love me some Christmas. But anyway, what are you guys planning on picking up? Is anything sparking your interest? Are you getting the Pat McGrath holiday collection? You let me know. I don't think you guys realize how much it means to me when you comment down below, so I would appreciate it if you do comment. It really, really, truly makes my day. And that is it. If you're watching till this point, I appreciate you so much. If you are, please don't forget to go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I hope you have an amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye!